Hi, everyone. My name is Fisher Stevens, and I am a filmmaker, actor, and director, and w had the pleasure of producing a film going on 15 years ago with Paula called The Cove, a movie about the Cove and dolphin slaughters in Taiji, Japan. And Paula and I were in the trenches for over 2 years together, kind of putting that film together with Luis Hoyos and Olivia Onneman, and I had the most wonderful working relationship with Paula, and we've kept in touch. And when I saw Porcelain War, I was just blown away, and I was like, Paula just continues to be on the not only the cutting edge of filmmaking, but just making documentaries that have incredible meaning, depth, and are so brave. And then I had the honor of meeting Slava and Anya in New York, talking about brave, talking about talented, talking about artistry. These people who, for those of you who've yet to see the film, put their lives on the line every day in this film and became kind of inspiring heroes for me. And I really support this film. I think everybody needs to see this film, especially in today's world. Doesn't matter where you live, especially with what's going on, God knows, everywhere, including in the United States. It's one of the most relevant films I've ever seen. I'm just so grateful that you guys have asked me to support this film and that I've gotten to meet you guys, and little Frodo, the dog, came over to my house with Paula and Slava and Anya, and just these are magical human beings that are just true heroes, in my opinion. And so thank you for bringing your story to light, and Paula for letting me meet these amazing people, and for making this brilliant film. So I'll start with that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Fisher. It's really
Um,
kind.
I, I guess the big when you see the film, it's almost like how did you make this film? How was it, how were you able? I mean, there's great footage of getting tapes out and all of that, but maybe you could shed a little light, Paula, on how you first got involved, and then Slava on how, you were able to New York, sorry about the sirens, but how you were able to continue and focus on not only the film, but keep staying alive, keeping your friends safe, and keeping your country safe.
So to start off, Slava and Brendan, the other co-director, were working on animated series with their porcelain figurines, and then the war broke out. So we ended up sending cameras in through Poland through a makeup artist, actually out of New Jersey. And Brendan started teaching Slava and Andre, his best friend, who's the cinematographer, how to use the equipment over Zoom. And it literally started with turning it on. Here's where you turn it on. They had never worked with film cameras before or video cameras before. And it was all new. And we started off doing these Zoom sessions several times a week with training on how to use the equipment, and then sent more cameras, more equipment, ended up sending 15 cameras, and really starting to follow them in their life and learning what it was like to live in a war, and not just they don't go away to war, it's right outside their door. So there was this juxtaposition in their lives that we were seeing, and we continued just to follow that. One day they were in nature, the next day Slava was training civilians how to fight, and then he was home making art with Anya. And so we started to really learn the intimacy of what life was like for them, but also they savor life. They look for the beauty, and that's what they started to show us, the beauty of people, of their country, and what it was like for them to capture what they were fighting for. And that was just really inspiring. And so we continued to just support them and let them tell the story that they wanted to tell. And it was a really amazing collaboration.
I felt it really surrealistic, but it was surrealistic situation to have the war right outside my door. But it was unbelievable opportunity to share our unusual experience as artists and as soldiers, experience of my friends, these amazing people who came to army as volunteers. to defend their homes, their family, their country, and just defend independence and keep humanity in this dark time. I was so focused on my everyday activity and security of my family and every action, every mission of my unit. But we were so lucky to have Andrei. We was not ready to invite to our life, a very stressful life at that time, just guy from outside. But Andrei, our really close friend, we knew him many years, and only one problem. He is really a real perfectionist. And when I asked him, "Can you film us?" Of course, he answered as usual, "I am not ready." But I know him long time, and I said, "Andrei, of course you are not ready today, but we will start tomorrow, only tomorrow morning." And he started to film, and his first role, in his life, he's oil painter. He never hold camera before. His first role is in our movie, Open Our Movie. He is amazing. It was challenge for him, especially because me, I'm a first-time director without any experience, and I interrupted him any moment. I told Andrei, I need this angle, this motion. I need this. What you doing, Andrei? I asked you about something else, but he is perfectionist, and he answered me, "Slava, keep calm. I already filmed all what you want. Now I'm trying to do something extra." And when I watched his footage, pretty soon I understood his solution is much more interesting than any my idea about this. And finally, I forgot about camera. We was really concentrated on our everyday activity. When I taught civilian on shooting range, I was focused on this process. When we worked on our porcelain figurines, because we are porcelain artists and it's our life, it's main part of our life, we were focused on porcelain figurines because nobody knew at that time, maybe blackout will be in few minutes and we never will finish at this. And so on and so on. We lived in this situation, and Andrei filmed it, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and only we understood from the very beginning what we can film. But also, I was serving in Ukrainian army at that time, and I was able to film Porcelain War only because my unit completely supported us. And when I picked up my camera, someone picked up a rifle in my place.
Everybody was supportive in your unit. That was clear. And those were great characters as well. And I will mention, Andre got a cinematography nomination for Best Cinematography for this film. So he has a whole other career ahead of him if he'd like, I'm sure. And he's also a great character in the story. So your whole unit is like has to go with this, and they all seem to agree. And also there's no tomorrow half the time because you don't know what tomorrow will bring, and you have to capture all these moments. And it seemed like everybody started to forget about the camera and become more and more comfortable with the camera there and almost relish in it. Maybe it was a bit of a comfort as time went on. Did they find like it became sort of a comfort knowing that the camera was there, or
One of the things that they shared was that it was actually kind of therapeutic for them when they would have these, it was decompression, right?
Yes, it was amazing when between the missions in shelter, under shelling, on front line, through satellite internet, they was in conversation with Brendan Bellomo, my co-director, and he helped them adjust body cameras, and they was completely happy, and they told us it's the best way for decompression. It's natural for these people because they are regular civilian and completely peaceful people, and they're keeping their state of mind what they have before the war, and it's important for them make between this destruction something beautiful and develop culture because they are successful and educated people.
when did you guys decide, okay, we have enough, I'm gonna stop filming? Like, how do you know when to end this film? Because the war is obviously still going on and you still have people in Kharkov, and it's like, how do you go, okay, how did that decision come?
From our side, we never decide this. We filmed as much as possible. We felt behind us our amazing team, super professional and creative team, and we felt we are people on the ground. We are eyes of our project, and it's our responsibility. Look around really attentively. And we were really focused on all our subjects because all is so fragile during the war, and we filmed every piece of nature or every person like if it was last day of their existence. And we filmed a lot. We filmed 500 hours, and just gave to our team all this footage for future.
Yeah, and for us, it was just so important to get the story out as soon as we could. They really humanized this war and all war, really. You get to see the effects of what is happening when somebody's being attacked, and their city's being shelled every day of Kharkiv, and they're so close to the border and the fighting line, and so they are really resisting every day. And so we felt this urgency to get the film out and share this story. And people say that to us a lot. They'll say it doesn't look like news footage. It doesn't look like what I've been seeing. And I think that's because they were holding the cameras and they were showing us what it was like and what their life is like. It still is like that. They are so far from peace right at this moment. Their city is being shelled every day, and it's relentless. It's coming up to the third year since this invasion began. And so there was no question. We didn't have a lot of time either, and we wanted to get their story out into the world.
And we tried to make something about beauty, something about culture, something about beauty, because people are afraid to watch war movie, and it's clear because war is really horrible and really disgusting, and nobody wants to be upset, and it's so true because nobody need war experience, and much more important to show what may be destroyed because of the war and show the beauty. Only one good thing in war, in really dark time, kind people are starting to shine.
Yes.
And to show the beauty of these people, real beauty. We never build situation for our movie. We never make something artificial for our movie except our figurines and animation, because it's our artistic language, and its beauties and culture and art is most important part of our movie for us, for all of us.
Was the animation always part of this idea of the movie from the jump? I know that was originally what you were doing. You were making an animated film before the war hit. So, I mean, and the animation it's gorgeous, and I got the privilege to be able to hold some of the porcelain, and it's just spectacular. So, the animation, and was there a financial? Is that really expensive? It looked really expensive.
We really wanted to use animation in the film to show their work, and it was because it was the initial connection. It made sense, but we wanted it to fit in the film, and we never wanted to leave Ukraine. So we didn't want to cut away to animation. So the idea of making sure that the figurines stayed in their home or in the rubble or in the forest was really important. And so we sent 20 years of photos of Anya's work and Slava's work to Blue Studios in Poland, and they had taken in many refugees, and it was a very personal story for them too. And they studied the work, and then we had done a lot of sessions to get to know more about what was happening. We recorded many, many sessions with Slava and Anya and Andre, learning about what was happening on the ground in Ukraine. And so we took some of that audio and sent it to them, and they were able to animate and take Anya's art one step further, because she would never put war on a figurine, but they were able to take her language of art and their words and create those pieces for the three animated sections. And they hand drew 7,000 frames of art, and that was put on the figurines. It took a year to make those three pieces, and as animation is not, of course, it's part of the budget, and timeline. Again, we didn't have a lot of time, and they were busy drawing and working and sending storyboards and tests, and it was amazing. One day on a Zoom when we were able to show Anya a test, and she saw her little refugee snail walking, and she was so happy to see her work come to life.
Animation gave for us amazing opportunity because we have not time machine for explanation about our past, but because the animation we told about our peaceful past in Crimea, not just show photos, but really life story, and also we animate our dreams for the future. It was special for us, and of course, animation gave us a language to tell about the terrors of war without showing them like news does, because news gets old quickly.
Yeah. And in terms of the unit, has everyone seen the film in the unit now? And has the film been able to be seen by all your friends? Are they just what's the response been?
They was our first viewers, and they was so excited. And my commander, he's professor of history in our state university, and his subject is modern Russian war. And after annexion of Crimea, unpunished annexion, he completely understood what kind of war came to us, and he established our military preparation. That is why we survived in this war so far. And he told me after this, okay, I never understood before why we really need documentary, but now I can understand this.
Mm.
Yeah, the first time they had a screening all together, and Slava videoed for us, and then we did a Zoom with them and got to talk about it afterwards. And it was just for them, I think, is a nice pause to see where they've come and how far they've come, and they were very proud too, because they learned how to use GoPros, and they learned how to use body cams, and they were a part of the process, and they gave us multiple angles of things because they were each using their cameras, and again, wanting to tell their story and really empowering all of these people to share what they wanted to say, what they wanted people to see, what they're living through.
And so most of these people are still on the front line, correct? Or
Yes, yes, majority of us. Someone was released from army because the age, because already 60, but all our subjects in frame, they're still in army, and uh, they survived so far. But it's miracle, because after the Battle of Bakhmut in our movie, they have horrible battle in Avdiivka, and now they are around Kharkiv. They are defending our native city.
unbelievable. And are you feeling pressure to get back there, Slava, or like
We will, of course, we will go home. My mom is in Kharkiv now. She is working in hospital. Her work is important because this she not agreed to go to safety to German for her lovely granddaughter, but she feeling this responsibility. But she is almost 80, and she's really sick and tired, and she's completely alone. It's horrible for me.
and what about Andre? Is he still there?
Yes,
And he hasn't reunited with his daughters or anything.
yes, he's in Kharkiv, but his family is in Luxembourg in safety. But this family is still broke out like millions of Ukrainian families.
Right. Unbelievable. And then in terms of like has this film had any impact with Russia at all, or people seeing it, and any Russians in the United States and other places going, "Oh my God." Have you had any feedback in terms of movement or
We met Russians in United States, but these Russians completely supported us, and they just say we are so sorry. But anyway, they are already here.
right,
Not they are not guilty because they are political refugees. They are refugees from this horrible totalitarian country, and they are not guilty.
What's amazing about the film is it, like you said, Paula, it's like I could be here right now on this Zoom, and then tomorrow, we could be invaded, and then I got to learn how to be a soldier overnight, how to shoot, how to protect my family. I mean, that this film really puts it in perspective of just like how one day you're making beautiful art, and then the next day you're learning how to fire a weapon and uh, take landmines out of the ground, you know. And I think this film does that probably as well or as any film I've ever seen. And personalizing, I loved how you personalized the unit and everybody's stories um and yet they're still there, which is so crazy. They're still fighting, going on 3 years.
It's really unusual experience, but it's not unique because our movie not about Ukraine and Ukrainians only. It's about all of us. It's about people who are ready defend other people. And okay, you have the same experience now in Los Angeles after these fires. Horrible fires look like fire in our national forests around Kharkiv because of shelling. And all these amazing people, these brave firemen and volunteers who helped other people in danger, it's the same. It's the
Yeah.
same about all of us.
It brings out the beauty in humans. What I also love about your film is the natural world, the beauty of the mushrooms, the beauty of the fields, the beauty of nature, and how you captured that. And then the next thing you know, a bomb goes off and just boom. And it's just so relevant to our world and how we're losing the natural world, not just through, you know, uh, fires, but through what we're doing. I mean, in war. So the film kind of resonates on so many levels, family and yeah, you guys really are heroes. I mean, that's what I started the conversation off just saying, like how heroic you all are. And just on the flip side of the horrors of war, you guys make us feel like, or I felt that the human spirit is beautiful in the end.
I hope, I believe our responsibility as artists and as filmmakers is to bring hope and inspiration to audience.
Yeah. And these films are hard to, I mean, I know you guys have been struggling with distribution. Um, it's like we get into documentary, Paula. I mean, like our early films, and you continuing and is to try to make art, make something entertaining, but make something that actually has a meaning and tells the truth. And these films are getting harder and harder to make and harder to get people to see because of the way that the world is, our movie business is contracting. So I just hope we continue and you guys continue making these kinds of films and they're important. And I know, Paul, you guys have had Picture House as your distribution, but you've been having trouble like getting a streamer, correct?
Yeah, we don't have a streaming service for the film yet, and we really want to share it around the world. And when people see it, they really want to share it as well. So we'll continue to work on that and make sure that it can be seen. And democracy is fragile, and it's fragile around the world. And these stories that all these filmmakers are making are so important, and they need to get out into the world. And people need to continue to make art in the same way. Art is resistance, and we all need to continue to do what we do and do our part, to continue to contribute to that.
Art is resistance, and culture is resistance, and not only one of the way of resistance, it's also the source of our resilience. And this battle in Ukraine, but this front line is going through whole world. This front line between democracy and totalitarian lifestyle, totalitarian idea, you can find this front line anywhere in most
Nope.
horrible totalitarian countries. Amazing people are ready for this struggle, like this women's protest in Iran. It's unbelievable, but it's true.
Yeah. Well, we're feeling it here in the United States, certainly too. This struggle for democracy. And, I mean, I don't want to go into this right now, but your film is important. It has resonance. We feel it here. We feel it. We feel the whole world moving into a scary place. And it's movies like this that give us hope. And hopefully there'll be more heroes like you making films like this as the world turns.
It's our responsibility and our duty, and we are so grateful. Thank you so much for help.
Well, you guys, thank you, and you all deserve all the kudos you're getting. And whatever happens, you've made a beautiful film, and God, I applaud you. So everybody's got to go see this. Everybody, and it's better on the big screen. It's great on any screen. It's great on any screen. It's great on any screen. But you're a cinematographer, man. Kudos to him. What a yeah. He's going to get a lot of offers in Hollywood, I hope.
Yeah,
And so will Frodo, by the way.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Frodo, he is amazing. And he
Frodo's a
helped
star.
us a lot. Yes, he is so brave on the shed, and he is so patient and calm in journey, and he really loves people. He is really kind and good with audience, and the lovely, of course, because he is cute.
No, but yeah, but you all are great. You and Anya and Andre, everybody. It's an incredible film. So um
Thank you so much,
thank
Fisher.
you for making it, and thank you for risking your lives and all the people involved. So, and Paula, keep on keeping on.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.